What's up everybody? It's Jenny again. I am back with it's a swap, I think. Well, actually we had like a swap party yesterday at our local scrapbook store and it was kind of fun. You had to sign up ahead of time and they had 15 slots open and basically everybody would make a card to swap, so you have to make 15 of them, and then we all met that day to exchange our cards. So, and then there was like a little, share on like how to use inks and what kind of inks are good for what. And then we had food and and then I hosted a game. So I'll tell you about the game a little bit later, but let me just kind of share with you what the cards that I got. I was quite impressed, and hopefully I can remember who gave what. So you remember that I shared my cards earlier. Um, and so this was the smooshing technique that I did on the watercolor paper using my Spectrum Aqua markers. So that's what I swapped with everybody. And then everybody kind of went around the room to kind of share what they made. So I got quite a bit, and you know what? They're all really, really nice. Okay, this one was made by Michelle, who's the owner of the store, Island Scrapbooking. And so she was telling us that she actually blended distress inks. I think she started with mowed lawn and then she went over it with picked raspberry and it made this brownish color, which is actually really nice. And when you look at it, and I think you can see a little bit in this corner here, you do actually kind of see the green. I see a lot of the pink, but here you can kind of see specks of the green, which is kind of cool. And then this is I don't know what the stamp that is, but this is a dandelion from Memory Box. So she just die cut it twice and made like a shadow on it. So I thought that was really interesting how she blended the inks. This was made by the former owner of Island Scrapbooking, which is also Michelle, a different Michelle. And so she ended up using this paper. And she said on the back they had the larger image of the same thing. So that's what she punched out and then she made the focal point for the card. And then she used some Island Scrapbooking's laser cuts here to do the thank you, which came out really nice. This was made by Bill. He's one of the regular customers there. I think he said he used watercolor paper and some watercolors, and then he had die cut out the cardinal and then he stuck it back in. So it's kind of like an inlay. I think that's how he stamped it as well. And then I think he said he watercolored the rest of it. And then he added on Seasons Aloha. So it's kind of like a Christmas card that you can use for the future. Oh, this is one of my favorite cards. This is made by Jen, who she also teaches classes at the store. But she said, I think she said this was all distress inks. And she gave me actually a list of the colors that she used because I couldn't figure out what color this was. But I think it ended up being. Oh, I can't remember. I gotta go look. Anyway, and then this is like a, I think it looks like a paper smooches stamp. But she said she did the distressing and then she got the stencil. And then I think she sprayed it with water and then stamped with it onto here. So I thought that that was kind of neat. I think she's going to teach a class on it. So if you live in this area, you can sign up for her class. This is, oh, I thought this was really cool. This was made by Peggy. And she called it like a hidden image and it's really cool. She ended up cutting out the happy and I think she did it on green too and then she popped it up. So you cannot really see it unless you look really good. And then she had also quilted the back using an embossing folder. Well, I call it quilting because it looks reminds me of like a quilt. But then she embossed the pattern paper, which I never thought about doing before, and I really like the look. I think that it looks really cool. It reminds me like of a grandmother's quilt. And then she stamped birthday over here. So that was interesting. I love all the different techniques that came out of um, this swap. Okay, now this one I'm gonna open it up because I didn't try it yet. But this was made by Kristen, and she is a really big fan of Sister Stamps. And she said she said it's a shaker, but I mean not shaker. I guess it's a I'm junk. I don't know how to use this thing. I think it's a spinner. I don't know. I think I'm junk. I don't know how to make it work. Or a slider? I don't know. But I guess the two elephants meet in the middle. Cute, yeah. I think these are Lan Fan elephants. They're really cute. So she made that card. And she made this awesome Sister Stamps card using like the dolphin image. And it was like in a circle and it kind of like rotated a spinner. But I couldn't get it that to work either. I guess I'm just junk. Okay, and then this next card was made by Don, who he used washi, and I think this is a punch, he said, which came out really nice. And then he used some red pearls there. And this one is made by Susan. I think she said it's called a latch card. So she pointed out that you score on the side, and that is to allow it to bend so that you can latch it behind this piece here. And then, of course, she gave a list of all the things that she used to make it. This was made by Gwen, and she was explaining that she did a lot of die cutting here, and then she hid the sun behind the clouds, and she replaced the eye with the googly eye. And this was made by Karen. I call her KI, that's her initials. And then I think she said this was a Sweet November stamp. Let's see. Yeah, Sweet November. And I think it's called Lovebirds. Look how cute that is. And then she mounted it on like an embossed polka dot piece and then cloud layers. So she did quite a bit of layering. But I thought that that was so cute. Okay, and then this is by Kelly. Kelly is also another instructor in the class, and it's really simple, but I love it. It's a what you call it, rainbow stripe paper. I want to say it's doodlebug, but I'm not sure. And then she embossed gold embossed the stars over it. And it's so simple, but it came out really cute. And then she just stamped happy birthday. And we think she drew that line because that sounds like something she would do. But it came out really nice, very simple, easy to make, I think. I'm not sure. This was made by Tracy, who also helps out at the store and teaches classes there. She's awesome at like layering and mixed media kind of stuff. So, of course, her card was gonna be that. She's nuts. I'm sure this must have taken her a while to make, but she stamped the background stamp, which is like the script words, and then she went around it with distress inks, and then she die cut the flower. She die cut the dragonfly. I think she said on the dragonfly, I don't think you can see, but she tried to use Wing of Stella on the wings. And then the dream, which she said was a penny black dye that they're trying to get in. Um, she die cut it. I don't know if it was just in regular, like a navy or black, or gray. But she said she embossed it with like a hologram embossing powder, which to me is like so much work because I think she die cut it first and then she like put probably Versamark and then she poured the holographic embossing powder and then she had to emboss each one. It's very nice, but I don't know that I would ever do that. So that's too much work for me. But I do love the layering part where she used the stamps and the distress and then the dies. I don't think I'll ever use this card. I'll probably just look at it because it's so nice. And then this was made by Susie. She, oh, excuse me, my nose is just running. This is one of those interactive cards. Um, I think it's what is her name? Oh, Stamps of Life lady. She has those dies that you can get. And I think I actually taught a class similar to this. So she used the island scrapbooking laser cuts and the happy birthday. So it's good if you, especially for like males, I think. It looks kind of like a masculine card, but it can be either way. Like you can give it to a female too. Okay, and then this card was made by Carol. She's one of our regulars. And oh my god, I love it. I love that she used the burlap here. Came out so nice. And the mahalo, that's from the store. And then I think I asked her if she like glued on every single plumeria, and she said no, the store actually made a design for her and cut it out for her, so she just had to glue on one piece, which is really helpful. But and then she added on some rhinestones to certain flowers. But I love how that came out. Really creative, you guys. Like we were impressed with the quality of the cards that came in on the swap. So we kind of decided, I think, that this is going to be a monthly thing, that we're going to try and do to get together just to inspire creativity amongst all of us. So, and then I don't know why, but they gave us like a little goodie. Look how nice. Cute, yeah. And some like laser cuts here. It says thanks. And then some snacks from, I think this is Big Island Delights. That was from the store. And then, oh, I want to tell you about the game. So we got like a, I got, well, this is the third time that I'm doing, no, second time that I'm doing the game. And it, so far, every time we've played it, it's been really fun. And I learned this game from my friend Alika. Hi, Alika. She told me that they did this for a baby shower. So I think you can do it for all different types of get togethers whenever you need a game. And it's fun because it's interactive. It doesn't matter how old you are or how young you are, but it's just fun. So what we did was we had a box, we sealed it up. I put some goodies in there, because it was a crafting party. I put only craft supplies inside the box. We cut holes on the side so that people can stick their hands in. And I think what we did was we actually had holes on every side, but we don't have a table like that. So we had in groups of three. So on three sides of the box you could stick your hand in. And so each team would send up one representative, and I would call out what craft supply I wanted them to find. So then they would stick their hand in only and try and feel around for it. So I think the hardest one for them to find was the distress tool. It was like the Tim Holtz, the round one, or the bottle of glitter, because I gave them the really small doodlebug bottle of glitter that I had in my stash from like years ago. So it just kind of helped you like think outside the box and not rely on what you think is correct, but sometimes you have to guess, right? Oh, the other part of the game is you can steal from the other person. So if they have something in their hand and you think that that's correct, before they pull it out, you can steal it from them. That was allowed. And they could also. Oh, so if you pulled something out of the box to guess if that was correct, then, and you were wrong, then you're out. Your team is out for that round. And then, so I think we had two teams that had two items each. So then we had like the the tiebreaker. And oh my God, everybody had so much fun just because it was silly and it tested like their memory of how things feel, and it's just normal things that you find in any craft room, like glue. And but glue comes in all different bottles, shapes and sizes, and that kind of stuff. So I tried not to get things that were too messy, or like like an ink pad, or a um, like something that could easily spill, but just things that you can find around your craft room. So the next time you have a crafty gathering, you might want to give that a try. We did that also at work. And work, I just put in other things, like random things, like from my pantry and from my craft room and whatever, and just weird things that we could find around the house and things that we thought could trick them. So that one was kind of fun, and I found out how competitive my office is. So I've not actually played this game before, but every person that has played it has told me how fun it was. So the next thing that I think I'm gonna do is for my daughter's birthday. Her birthday's coming up, and we're gonna do a Tsum Tsum theme for her birthday. So I thought it would be fun because we have a bunch of the Disney Tsum Tsums. Is to throw a bunch in there in the box, and then just tell them which character to pick, like Mickey or Donald or whatever. So, and that's gonna be like super hard because all they're basically all the same shape. So, and then I have a bunch of Sanrio ones that I might throw in there as well, but we'll see how that one goes. I do have one last thing to share. I have been playing around and I didn't finish the cards, but I just thought I'd share it anyway. I've been kind of studying on YouTube different techniques for using the watercolor pens and inks and stuff like that. So I just thought I'd share with you a couple of them that I kind of like how it came out. And I think I'll probably finish the cards off a little bit later or play around and make different ones. So this one, I actually bought an embossing folder. Like I hardly buy embossing folders. I've been trying to not um, buy so much because I don't use them that often. But I ended up using this one, and it's kind of hard to see the colors that I chose. But I embossed it using my Big Shot, and then I used, what did I use? I used my Spectrum. Yeah, my Spectrum Aqua markers on my craft sheet, and I picked it up. Yeah, I picked it up with my water brush. So this is like a lavender color and then a pink and then a blue. So I don't know if you can really see it that well. But I do like how it came out. I thought that that was kind of cool. I think someone told me you can like sand it, and then maybe the hearts will show up better. But I kind of like it fading into the background. So I was playing around with that. And then this one is more of a, what is it? Oh, I got a grid stamp, like a background stamp, and I embossed it using white embossing powder. And then what you call it? I got my zig markers, my watercolor, the clear. Oh, I can't never remember what they're called. Zig, clear. Come here so I can see you. Clean, clean color. Huh. Clean color markers. And I just colored over it in the rainbow color that I wanted. And then I was gonna go over it with the water brush, but instead I just sprayed it using my mini spritzer. And that's how you get like, see how it's darker in some areas? And the water, I guess because it's embossed, it kind of holds it into certain areas. But I like how it's kind of lighter in some and darker in another. So that was kind of fun that I saw Jennifer McGuire do something similar in another video. So I'm gonna try it out on other background images. The other thing I was trying to do, and it didn't come out that well because maybe it's just the way that I did it, but I had stamped it and I had only embossed certain areas, but it didn't come out as nicely. So I don't know if I'm doing that wrong or not, but I'm gonna try that again. And hopefully that comes out good. So that is my two partially made projects, I guess. More just playing around with the colors and the techniques. That's all I have for you now. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.